Welcome to Opinion Havers, a movie podcast for juvenile delinquents. I'm Cody.
And I'm Tyler.
Tyler, what did we watch?
We watched How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Not to be confused with Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas or The Grinch.
Yes. Tyler, what? How'd it go for you? You know? Well, what is this? What is it?
It's a movie.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's
It's
on
funny
me.
every time,
I set the bar too low. Okay. This was on me. I'll take full responsibility. You know. You know when there's two people, and like you haven't it's not one person's job to do a thing. You know, like with the podcast, like I schedule and post the episodes, right?
Look,
and you edit the episodes. No,
see where
this
this
isn't
is
about
going.
that. No, it's not. It's not. What I'm saying is, it's my fault. Okay, it's my fault because it's no one's job to explain what the movie is. All right, there's only two of us, and so by me asking you, like, it's not fair. All right, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, summing up the movie. You don't know if it's coming to you. Am I gonna explain it? Are you gonna explain? You know, it's on me. Look. As I took a project management class. Was it boring? Yes. Did I hate it? I don't know. But everyone's got to outline the project and be like, look, you are the guy who's doing you're opening the door, right? You're the door opener. You, the other guy, you're the door closer. All right, every little thing, you got to be like, this falls under your umbrella. And I've failed us, all right, as a project manager, all right? Because we don't know whose job it is to sum up the episode, all right? That's the problem, all right?
That being said, I did write up a little synopsis of the movie.
Stop. Did you? No, you didn't.
I actually
You're
have
just
one
looking
written
somewhere
down.
online.
No,
Get out of here.
I have one written. Okay,
All right, go ahead.
Let me
Blow
read
me
it,
away.
and then you tell me if I stole this from online or not, or I wrote it. All right, you tell me.
All right.
All right, here's the movie. All right, you ready? This is my summation of the film. Okay? A bunch of peeps with weird noses are chilling on a snowflake, and then a green dude rolls up on them one day. He's cool, he's strong, and he eats glass. Then it's Christmas and kids are mean to him or something, so now he's a legendary monster that lives up in a mountain but also has a mailbox and went to school with your dad. That's the movie.
All right, kudos. All right. I'll give you some snaps, all right? It was very good.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't mention his old biddies, but I should have.
Is what?
The old biddies. That's what they call them when they're like, it's your old biddies. It's like, what?
Oh, okay. Right. Oh, I forget whose idea it was to watch this, but tis the season, right? It's Christmas time. And it's a Christmas movie. It's a Christmas classic, okay? How'd it go for you? All right. Has it been a while since you've seen it?
It's been since last Christmas when we watched The Grinch. And then I was like, I want to watch the Jim Carrey Grinch as well. Mm-hmm. And Tiffany and I watched it. So it's been a year, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I like this movie. I understand, Cody, that you hate this movie because you hate Jim Carrey and you hate Ron Howard. But I liked it. All right, Cody? I liked it. Sue me. You know,
Hey.
we're not the same, Cody. I like this. I like Origami Angel. You hate both those things.
I can't believe you're bringing Origami Angel into this.
Look,
The band I can't get
this,
anyone else to listen to.
when they listen to this podcast, I just want them to know.
I've thrown Origami Angel tracks at so many people, and like no one's reciprocated, and it's upsetting.
Do you want me to send you back tracks from bands I like? Because you won't like them, but I'll send them to you.
I don't want that. Why would I want that? I just want someone that isn't you to like Origami Angel, okay? Because I showed it to them, okay?
But you don't even like them, Cody. I'm the fan here. All right. When they listen to this, Cody, they're gonna know I'm the one that liked the band. I'm the one that's gonna go see them in concert. You never even seen them in concert, Cody. You could. You have all the opportunities.
Tyler, let me tell you. I've got a conflicted relationship with this movie, okay?
All right.
With Ron Howard's Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole the Christmas. I kind of like it. Here's the thing. This movie came out when I was but a wee lad. And when I was a wee lad, I was a tender child. And I couldn't do scary movies. And I found the one scene where the Grinch is supposed to be kind of spooky, you know, was too scary for me, all right? So I was like, this is not my vibe. This is not my speed. Now that I'm an adult, it's like when you watch SpongeBob as a kid, you're like, SpongeBob's the best. And Squidward's dumb. And then when you're an adult and you watch SpongeBob, you're like, SpongeBob's too much. And Squidward is delightful. You know, like Squidward is me. Like I'm Squidward. We all wanted to be SpongeBob. We all grew up to become Squidward, right?
Right.
Anyway, so watching this movie now, since I haven't seen it in like 13 years or whatever, it's good. Jim Carrey's great in this, all right? Irreplaceable, okay? Did a great job. Yeah. Love it. All about the Jim Carrey. The rest of it, it's fine. All right? There's good things or bad things. I would watch it again for Jim Carrey, and I wouldn't watch it again for other reasons I'll explain soon, all right?
Oh, okay. Cody, what if I told you his full name is James Carrington?
Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Wow. That's true? That's real?
No, but what if?
Oh, then I think he was a refined and an excellent theater person. Is his name James Carrington?
No, it's not. It's not.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you that you're not telling the truth.
I mean, I'll look it up, but if it's true, just know that I made that up, and I did not know that it's true. What about if I told you he was Canadian?
I knew that.
Would you believe me then?
I knew that.
Well, what if I told you he's in the Sonic movie?
Okay, well, did you see the sequel's coming out next year? I didn't even know they're making a sequel. Did you know that?
I did know that. I did. I had a moment of panic when I saw his first name is actually James, which, could have called that one.
Yeah.
But then, the name was longer than I expected to see. And so I was like, oh no, maybe it is true. But no,
is
his
it
last
Carringtonsford,
name,
sure?
It is James Carey. Is his name. Yeah.
That's his birth name.
It's James Eugene.
The name the good Lord gave him. Yeah. Eugene. I had a friend named Eugene.
Oh.
And everyone called him Genie Beanie. But he got sick of it, so I called him Eugene. No, wait, or did he want to be called Lewis? I don't know. Called him Genie Beanie. Isn't that a fun name? Mm-hmm. Genie Beanie. Say it.
Genie Beanie?
Look in a mirror, say it 3 times.
No.
You will summon him.
It'll come for me.
My favorite story about Genie Beanie, let me tell you. Went to In-N-Out. Did you know, In-N-Out, they have little teeny tiny shakes. They're not very big, okay? But they last longer than you'd think. Did you know you can order any size shake you want at In-N-Out? So if you order a large shake, instead of the little teeny tiny cup, they give you a medium size, 16 to 20 ounce drink cup with milkshake in it. What? Anyway, In-N-Out also has extra large drinks, which are a good 35, 40 ounce. They're big boys, and they're big and they're round. They've got girth, okay? They've got girth. You know what I'm talking about. Girth. Anyway, so he ordered the largest size cup filled with milkshake, and he ate it, and I almost watched a man die in In-N-Out in front of me. It was amazing. He refused to quit. That's the tenacity. That's what's wrong with youth today, all right? They don't have the tenacity to drink 40 ounces of milkshake in a restaurant that normally serves you 12 ounces of milkshake, okay?
I mean, Cody, I've had this milkshake that you're speaking of.
The In-N-Out one?
Wait. Did I have it, or did they run out of it? No, I had that one. No, they didn't have the. You told me to get a very specific one that they're like, we don't have that one right now, or something like that. And then
what?
Didn't you tell me to get a chocolate mint or some?
The Neapolitan.
Neapolitan.
That's what I would have said.
Oh no. I got that later. I did. I had to go back to get it because I ordered it and they didn't give it to me. But you know what? I still gave them full marks. In-N-Out is delightful, and so is Whataburger. You went to Whataburger, Cody, and you said it wasn't on par, and I took offense to that, Cody. I took offense. I was like, oh no, because people, Cody, would you say In-N-Out is fast food?
Yeah, technically. Well,
It's not technically. It is. It's fast food. Let's be real. All
yeah.
right. Let's rap for
Okay.
a second, Cody. I'm taking my chair. I'm turning it around. I'm swinging my legs over the top of the back of the chair. All right. I'm plopping down here. All right. Let's rap. In-N-Out is fast food and cannot
Okay.
compete with any non-fast food burger unless that burger is outrageously bad. In-N-Out does not compete with Five Guys because Five Guys is not a fast food burger. It's better quality burger. It's the hand. See this hand, Cody?
Yeah.
His other hand.
Okay.
What are they, Cody?
Levels.
No, they're down,
It's
Cody.
bowing.
They're
They're
down.
down.
Hands
Okay.
down. All right.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay.
All right. Now, Cody, you go to you went to the whatever that food truck that they shoved in the back of the Rhino was, where we had those burgers.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of which, I'm glad you brought this up, Cody. What were you doing on the 9th of December?
I don't know.
You were not at the Rhino seeing Origami Angel, so
Wait, were they there?
they were
No,
at
they
the
weren't.
Rhino on December 9th.
You're
and
lying to
didn't
me.
go see them.
You're lying to
I'm
me.
looking at it right now. I'm on
Hold
their
on.
tour page. Past concerts, December 9th. North Kansas City, Missouri, United States. Why do they specify United States? All of the shows are in the United
Oh,
States.
that sucks. I was in class.
See,
fine.
you're a nerd. You don't
Whoa.
have the
I missed
dedication.
Origami Angel by 2
Missed 'em.
days.
You missed them.
Wow, that sucks.
Missed it.
Wow. It's a bummer.
Missed it.
That's a
Next
tiny venue for them to play. I thought they play a little bigger venue.
Look, it
It's
does
like the
seem
smallest
like,
venue you can play.
Yeah, it does seem like Kansas City is very much like, oh, you can play a room with 12 people, or the Sprint Center, or the T-Mobile
Right.
Center. I guess is what it's supposed to be now. But it's kind of like the what's the big center in the Staples Center being renamed?
It's what
You know about this? Not to
Oh,
derail the whole conversation.
Staples
but-
in LA, the Staples Center?
Yeah, so it's
You
now
renamed?
the Crypto.com Center.
Oh. Sure, why not,
And someone's like, that's an awful lot of money to pay to have everybody still refer to it as the Staples Center.
Yeah.
So anyway, In-N-Out's good, but not the best. That's what I'm saying. All right. But Cody, here's a hill we'll both die on. Their fries are fantastic.
What is?
Their fries are fantastic.
Yes,
so
that's
good.
true. I do love In-N-Out fries.
Fight me,
Look.
anybody. Look, Origami Angel, I love you guys. I'm an original fan, but I'll
I
fight you
can't
over these
believe they were
fries.
just at the Rhino. That's the thing about having master's class on Thursday night every week for 20 months. Anything happen on Thursday night, I'm not going. All right? That's so you understand. I've done no fun things on Thursday nights for, I don't know.
Here's
15
what we're
months.
going to do, Cody. We're going to fly you out here. You're going to go to this Boston show with me, is what we're going to do.
Oh, man. That's the thing, too. Like, no one I know ever goes to the Rhino. Like, whenever I look at the Rhinos page, I'm like, hey, who's playing here? It's like 12 bands you've never heard of. Like, absolutely have never heard of.
Yeah.
I've seen one show of a band I know there, though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about In-N-Out.
All right.
You have to do bang per buck. Okay? You have to do how good is this for how much money I spend? Now, if you convert all burgers you've ever had bang per buck, I think In-N-Out, pound for pound, is as strong a burger as whoever else. I think In-N-Out, if you bang per buck, is as good as Five Guys. Because Five Guys costs more, so yes, it's a better burger, but also you're spending more money. So if you want to spend a little less money but still be just as happy as your purchase for the money you spent on it, In-N-Out's the king. I think In-N-Out is as good as Five Guys, pound for pound, bang per buck.
Bang for
That's
buck.
what I'll say.
All right, if we're going
I
down
think it's
this
the
road,
same for
Cody,
Shake Shack. Okay, I think Shake Shack bang per buck is also it's a little more expensive, a la Five Guys, but it's as good as Five Guys or In-N-Out bang per buck. Okay.
all right, I'm gonna hit you with this. You're not gonna like it, Cody.
All right.
It's less reliable, but we're talking pure bang per buck, right? That's what we're going for. Give me a yes, give me a nod to confirm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Burger King wins. Go
No,
get the
dude.
dollar burger from Burger King. Just
No.
go up there, be like, I want a hamburger. It costs you $1, and it's the exact same bun and burger and most of the toppings as a Whopper. All right, so what you're doing is for $1, you're getting a Whopper, which is the superior cheap fast food burger. It's the best of the cheap burgers. All right,
I don't know if that's true,
it
my
is.
guy.
It's $1. How much is if I rolled up on In-N-Out and I said, "Give me a burger"? How much are they going to charge me, Cody?
What, for a single?
Yep, just one cheeseburger, Cody. That's all I want.
Like $2.80, $3.
See, I could have burgers from, 2 or 3 burgers from Burger King for that price.
I don't necessarily want that, Like I don't know.
Look, Burger King burgers. Here's the problem with the Burger King burgers. If they were all consistent, Burger King would have conquered the world long ago. All right, but they're inconsistent to a degree that it shocks me that Burger King is still in business. You know what I'm talking about? Because you either go to Burger King and you're like, "This is the best burger I've ever had," or you're like, "I am gonna die from this burger. It's gonna
It's
kill
like
me."
when you go to McDonald's and they give you like a stale bun in your thing, you're like, I don't know.
I've never gotten a stale bun from McDonald's. I get
It's
one
bad.
every other time from Burger King, though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, McDonald's and Burger King's, I think both suffer from it, but it's like, how did this happen? Like, you put so many preservatives in this. I should be able to take this thing to the moon, and it should sit on the surface of the moon for 3 years, and this bun should still be fresh. Like, that's what I'm expecting from a fast food bun.
Yeah.
You go to a Five Guys, they hire bakeries to make their buns, and they last 5 days. And if you don't make a burger in 5 days, if you don't use the bun in 5 days, then you toss it. It's gone.
Now,
or you send it home with me.
the fast food place that has
Burger King. I've taken Five Guys buns home after working at Five Guys. I've been like, I'm gonna make some grilled cheese sandwiches, and it's delightful.
now the fast food place that has the highest fail rate for like giving me a stale bun is In-N-Out.
What? You've had stale buns at In-N-Out?
Yeah, half the
never
time
had a stale
I've
bun
gone to
at
In-N-Out, it's been a stale bun. Everything tasted bad. Everything.
I've never had that.
It was the worst. Everybody's like, it's because they weren't busy. They were so busy. Every In-N-Out in the world is always super busy. It's like Chick-fil-A. They're never not busy.
I will say, In-N-Out is best. The closer you are to LA, the better your In-N-Out's gonna be.
Yeah.
And the further you get, and maybe that's true for Whataburger. I had Whataburger in Kansas City, so maybe that's on me,
Maybe.
Maybe it wasn't as magical as it could have been if I was in Texas, if I was in the heart of, Texas getting Whataburger.
Here's what I think. I think Phoenix is the best place to try both of them. Because that's where I tried them both back to back, and they were both
It's
fantastic.
an away game for both of them.
Yeah. And they both
Level
performed
playing field.
very well. Here's the thing I think you suffer from with the Whataburger. I love their mustard. And I eat it, and I'm always like, oh, that's a lot of mustard. But I love it. It's the best. You, not the biggest mustard fan, as I've found.
Give me mustard on a sausage, all right? If it's a brat, if it's a hot dog, I want all the mustard. I want more mustard than you think should go on it, okay? That's how I feel about mustard.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with ketchup and mustard on a burger, a la McDonald's McDouble or the Burger King double cheeseburger. I'm fine with that combo if it's like a fast food deal. But the higher end my burger goes, I don't want the ketchup and mustard. I want the mayonnaise or nothing. I don't get any spread at In-N-Out, okay? I don't think their spread is that good on the burger, to be honest. I want it pure. I want it raw. I want a raw dog my In-N-Out. That's how I feel, all right?
Yeah.
So when you slather a bunch, it's not poor quality mustard, you're right. But when you slather on a burger by itself,
So
who
good.
else does that except for maybe Freddy's? But that's a whole different style of burger. Like your smashed steak burger, super thin. It's a different genre.
Oh, it's so
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'd like to change my answer. The best fast food burger is Culver's.
Culver's. I haven't.
I love the
Maybe I just
Culver's
haven't had
burger.
enough Culver's. I've only had it once or twice. I have not like been converted to Culver's.
So good.
I think Bailey likes it though. I think she like has it up there. Where like if she's gonna hit a fast food chain, she might as well. But Culver's is a mushroom Swiss. That's all that matters to her.
Oh, so good.
Most people don't do a mushroom Swiss.
Really drips out on you.
Oh,
Now I'll tell you the mushroom Swiss from Whataburger, much less greasy, drippy like the one from Culver's. Much better. Not like I bet you would like it more than Bailey would like it. It's much more of a I don't know, a cleaner mushroom and Swiss. I don't know how to say it. Here's my experience with Whataburger. I order one of everything on the menu, and it's way too much, and I end up throwing most of it away.
I can't even listen to this because my heart is aching because I missed Origami Angel 3 days ago. Like, I'm having literal heartache right now. My heart is heavy. I don't know if I can finish this episode.
We haven't even started
To
this
be
episode.
honest, I know. I don't think I can finish it.
Well, you know, Cody, if you would just either drive to Denver or fly up here to Boston to watch it, you know, that's your two options.
If a band comes to the Rhino, they only come once. They're never coming back again, you know?
Yeah, they're like, this
They
place
hit it
sucked.
and they quit it. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's not the same there, too, because they changed the name of the coffee shop that's attached to it. It's not the Colony anymore. It doesn't have the same sparkle, you know?
I haven't liked it since they closed down the burger place in the back.
Yeah, I miss the meatloaf burger. All right. My heart's too heavy. Should we continue? Should we carry on?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Talk
you know?
about this movie?
Let's get into the Grinch. Yeah. Cody, hop down this tube. Get in this tube here with me. We'll flush ourselves to Spoiler Town.
Yeah. Tyler, do you want to go first or want me to go first?
That's an excellent question, Cody. And I'm glad that we live in a country where you can
All
ask
right, I'm
questions.
going. I'm going right now.
Okay.
Okay, Ron Howard is all over the map. That's the problem. That's the problem with Ron Howard as a man. Okay, he's here. He's like, I'm going to direct The Grinch. I'm going to direct Apollo 13. I'm going to direct Solo. He's everywhere and nowhere. He directed a sexy race car movie with Chris Hemsworth called Rush. Okay, that's where he's at. Okay, he directed this, Apollo 13, Rush, and then so he's all over the map. This man needs to pick a lane. Rush, probably my favorite movie I've seen of his. I've heard Apollo 13 is great. I haven't seen it. This movie is fine. Okay, Solo was pretty good. He gave us Bryce Dallas Howard. He gave us Happy Days, and I just don't understand where he's at. Okay, thank you. The guy in the trumpet. The beginning of the movie, the guy at the trumpet. There's a who pops out of a big old, not a trumpet. It's like what's the big one called? The tuba, like a big old tuba sort of thing. Okay, is that a real guy or is it a CG guy? Because I have questions. How much? If it was CG, how much did it cost? It didn't look like a real guy. Okay, and the way it was shot, I think it might have been a CG guy. How much did it cost? Because it was a lot. It must have been a lot at the time. Here's the problem: you could change one thing in this movie and make it a lot better. And then one thing alone, you got to leave the Dutch angle out of here. Dutch angle is where you tilt the camera. It's like, whoa, something's wrong. All right, that's the whole purpose of the Dutch angle. To be like, oh, it's different. It's weird. Something's up. Okay, they use it in horror films sometimes. Here's the thing: this movie is 80% Dutch angle, and it doesn't make a darn bit of sense. Okay, I guess it's supposed to. Is he going for a kooky? I think that's the point. It's highly distracting. Okay, that's my biggest problem with this movie. If they change that one thing, I think it would totally change how I saw this movie. Okay, so canonically, they're in a snowflake. Man, I've seen this movie. I saw it when it came out in theaters. Canonically, they're in a Dr. Seuss needs to chill. Okay, everything is like a small thing on a big thing, and there's small people on the big thing and big people on the small. Look, what was he on? What did he do? Okay, what are the drugs? I don't, like, why does it have to be on a snowflake? Because then it's like, it's gonna land on someone's tongue and then melts, and then what? They're all just dead, or is it an Osmosis Jones scenario where now they're living inside of the child's body that ate the snowflake? That's what I understand. Thank you. Okay. I don't look. The Dutch angle and the lighting in this movie is not working for it. Here's what's working for this movie. Amazing, amazing props. Okay, this is I think I was reading. It's like one of the most expensive, like for big sets. Tons of props made. The props are great. The sets are great. And that's amazing. But then I don't think the lighting is doing any favors necessarily. I like the lighting in the Grinch's Mount Crumpet, whatever, his little lair. It's all green and Grinchy. But then in the Whoville, it's just kind of like, yeah, we just kind of lit it up like it's a sitcom, like whatever, it just lit. We did it. We did lighting, you know? So that's what I'm not sure about. I wish they'd done a little more with that. Here's what I think hell is. Purgatory, all right? If you're in purgatory, it is a makeup artist on this movie. They had, look at all the noses they did, okay? Must have been a nightmare, okay? You probably woke up at 2 in the morning. You probably worked till like 2 in the afternoon just getting noses on. Then you get a 30-minute lunch, and then you get to work taking noses off, okay? It's too much. I feel bad for them. I feel bad, and they should feel bad. I'm sure they did, okay? Here's the thing. They just did this movie, The Grinch. I think we did a podcast on it, and they did CG. Oh, not CG. It's the animated movie. Okay. Here's what they should do. They should reboot this movie, and they should have Jim Carrey do it with motion capture. Okay. They could redo this. That's the problem with this movie is Jim Carrey had to get in like hours of makeup every day, and it was a nightmare. They could redo this movie with Jim Carrey still today, doing motion capture, and it would be a much better process for him, and it'd be like bing, bang, boom. We just churned another one out, and we fixed the Dutch angle. They could, you know what? They could have Ron Howard do it. I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be mad if they rehired Ron Howard as the director to do this movie and Jim Carrey to do the Grinch. They just got to do the no Dutch angle. No, Ron. And I'm sure he's learned the lesson at this point, okay? And put Jim Carrey back. We could reboot this sucker, all right? We could do it again. We could polish it off. We could perfect this movie, I think, okay? Yeah, I don't know. Prop for the prop department. I'll say it again. They did a really fantastic job. They built some great sets. They made some fun props. I read somewhere this is the most heavy makeup ever done in a movie since Wizard of Oz. So that was like 60 years before this. That's impressive. I went all out. Balls deep, Ron Howard.
Cody, no. I have to cut you off. Can't keep going like this, Cody. You gotta stop. When it's no. All right.
Ready?
I'm setting my timer here. Okay. All right. Now stop talking, Cody, because I'm going. Here's the thing. I'm about to rebut you. I'm about to buttle you so hard. All right. Here we go. Ron Howard, I don't know if he's a national treasure or not. I was going to be like, he made Star Wars, but then that was the other guy. That was Ryan Johnson, not Ron Howard. They both have very similar dumb names, all right? Cody, this movie is good, all right? We did watch The Other Grinch. That's what you don't understand. And it was fantastic. It had Benedict Cumberbatch in it, and everyone loved it. All right, you had Kenan Thompson. He was like, "This is my best friend," and then they talked about him having to dye his hair, and he like went into town to buy food. This one, he's like a monster. So that the other one makes better sense. Like maybe is it better written? Is it better? Does it look better? Does it play better to the ethics of the time? I don't know what that means, Cody, but you know, I can tell by your face that you liked it. All right. Yes, but this one is so good, Cody, because they tell you, what do they tell you? They tell you where babies come from. Jim Carrey demonstrates Ron Howard's directing style. Here's the worst part. All right, Cody, all the fun facts of this movie are just Jim Carrey. He came up with that. Well, no dip. It's a Jim Carrey movie. Of course, 90% of the movie is him doing stuff off camera. The director's like, that's funny. Let's do that in the movie. and then he has to do it in the movie. Now, Cody, what you don't understand is it took 2 hours to get the makeup on, or 4 hours. I don't know. 2 hours to get it on, an hour to get it off. 2 hours to get it on, 1 hour to get it off. He went to the CIA guy and said, "Tell me how to resist torture." That's what he had to do because he hated it so much. To which I say, grow a sack, Jim Carrey. All right, there are people that are going through like, how many hours did what's his face go through? Davies, the guy that played Gimli, he went through so many hours of it, and he got there like 4 hours early every day for Lord of the Rings. There's people going through more stuff that are like, yeah, it wasn't that bad. And Jim Carrey's like, I had to learn torture resistance techniques. And I'm like, look, man, you're a funny guy. We love you. You're weird and you're dramatic, and I need you to take it down a notch. All right, that's what I need. I need you to take it. Here's where you are. I need you to take it down 3 notches. Three notches. All right, that's what Jim Carrey needs to do. But then he does that, and everybody's like, stop it. You got to ratchet that up, man. You got to ratchet up the crazy. So I get it. You know, you got to be crazy, but not too crazy, Cody. But he's perfect amount of crazy in this one. He got his old biddies. They're taking care of him. He's a little baby. Then he grows up. The old biddies, they're fussing about him. What's funny, Cody, is he a legendary monster that everybody's like, that's just a myth, or is he real? He's real, but do the people think he's a myth? And they're like, he's not really up here. But then he has a mailbox, and people went to school with him. That's what I don't like. All right, this is what I don't like about it, Cody, because they're like, what is it? He's a monster. Also, I went to grade school with him, and he was all right, you know? Like that. The mayor's girlfriend's a freak, Cody. She's a freak, all right? She's into it. She likes the Green Man. She likes the Green Hulk Rage Monster. That's what he is. This is the story of the Hulk. I want this remade as a Hulk movie with the Marvel MCU Hulk, but Jim Carrey doing the voice and the mocap for it, all right? Remake the Grinch with the Hulk from the MCU, Smart Hulk. I want him to wear a shirt that's very tight and shows off his muscles. All right, let's talk about that. How much did you like Hulk in a shirt? Because I loved Hulk wearing glasses and a shirt. It gave me feelings, Cody. It made me feel things I didn't know I could feel. All right, that's what I felt. All right. And it's the same. It made me relive the feelings I felt seeing Jim Carrey in a fat green suit. All right. It made me feel things that I didn't know I could feel. Let's talk about the thing that came from Cody. Look at me. The gif that everybody knows from this, where he's like, and it's like it's me playing with the baby. What the baby sees is him, doing his little thing trying to scare her. I do feel it, though. You know, like when you're trying to scare a kid or surprise a kid, and they're like just nothing. They got nothing. They're stone faced. They're stone cold killers, Cody. And you're like, these kids today desensitized. All right, they don't know nothing. All right. My favorite line is the line that everybody's like, "Oh, he ad-libbed it," just like 90% of his lines, which is it's 8:30 or something, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again because I feel like if I had dinner with myself scheduled, I would cancel it, Cody. I would cancel that dinner with myself because I don't got time for that, Cody. I got the social anxieties. I don't want to hang out with myself. I haven't talked to that guy in way too long. All right, that's why I feel the Grinch on a spiritual level.
Oh, Tyler, I'm gonna have to cut you off right there. All right. Look, thanks for talking. Your time is up. All right. But you don't understand. Let me talk to you about Jim Carrey. Let me talk to you about his makeup. Have you heard the interview of him talking about it?
No.
It's great. So here's what he explained. Well, number one, I will say this. He did 2 hours is a long time. But you're right. Comparatively, there are other people that have done worse. What I will say is that he did have to do it for like 98 days of shooting, which is quite a lot of shooting. You know, like a movie can shoot in like 6 to 8 weeks, more for a big budget one. But even if this movie shot for that long, normally it's like, oh yeah, but those are other people's scenes, to shoot. So he had to be, and when you look at how long the movie is, you're like, oh, they couldn't have done this in like a month of shooting. Like, no, 98 or so days of him in 2 hour makeup. It's pretty rough. So here's what he says. He talks about going to the CIA guy, talking about torture. And the guy is like, I don't know, definitely pick up smoking. And he's also like, you can like stimulate yourself by like causing pain in other areas. So he talks about how like, I'm on set for this kid's movie. I'm sitting there getting makeup put on. I'm smoking and then just like punching myself in the leg and shouting. Like, which I just love the visual of Jim Carrey smoking, punching himself and like, and getting makeup put on. So think about it like that. All right. That's what you need to imagine. And it's a kid's movie. So isn't that fun?
It is.
Let's talk about the biddies. Let's talk about the old biddies.
All right.
Are they like a lesbian couple, or are they just like gal golden girlfriends? Because I couldn't catch the vibe.
Yes.
No, I need to know. Please.
I mean, the answer is yes. Also, here's the real question. I've never picked up on this before. But
That's the key.
do they actually? Because do the Who children actually come from their little prams in the sky or whatever? What they called
like
it?
a stork scenario, right?
Yeah. Do
I
they
guess.
actually, or was that just these old biddies being like, "This is where babies come from, little girl," and she's like, "Oh, so that's how it happens."
Oh, I don't know, man. It's too whimsical. You don't know what's right or what's wrong. Like, you're right. He is a monster, but everyone does know who he is and he does have a mailbox. So, like, yeah, I don't know. You know what's weird about this movie?
Tell me.
The boys have who knows this, and the girls are kind of like, not really. You know, what is that? What's that about?
Their nose is the penis.
I think it's society. You know, I think it's something to do with society and the patriarchy or something.
Yes. What?
So this was, I think they said it was like the biggest set on the Universal lot they ever made, or one of the biggest they'd ever done, and it was right behind the set for the Bates Motel. So Jim Carrey actually put on a dress one day and like hopped out with a knife and scared a bunch of people doing the Universal tour. So
Nice.
that's just a little fun psycho Easter egg for you.
Are you saying psycho because
scaring people?
Jim Carrey's Psycho, or because the movie's Psycho?
I'm saying it's a twofer. Yeah, it's
Oh,
both.
okay.
I forgot this. The Grinch isn't green in the book. Doesn't
Yeah.
that make you mad?
He's black and white, so I mean, it's more of
Doesn't
a
that just make
Dr.
you
Seuss is cheap.
mad?
You know what I mean?
know? Aren't you furious right now?
No.
I'm angry.
Okay.
About to turn into the Hulk right now. That's where I'm at.
About to turn into the Grinch right now. That's what you're about to do.
It's me.
Cody, some have described you as a Grinch. How do you feel about that?
I love it. You know,
Okay.
that's what I live for. I live for the rage. I talked about the makeup artist. There were up to 45 makeup artists a day working on this movie. They're doing too much, right? Ron Howard went too far deep in. Like, don't you think he did go too far?
Yeah, I definitely think for this movie he went too hard. But could you see
No one
not going
spends this
hard?
much money on Christmas movies. You know, that's the thing. Like, Ron Howard came in, he was like, how about this? You give me like a fat budget, like the biggest budget you've ever given a Christmas movie. And I'm going to put everyone in makeup. Everyone's going to hate being in the makeup. And we're going to do a hard. We're going to write like a whole origin story for everyone. I need the most props you've ever done. I need the biggest set we've ever built. Like, this man, he's gone mad with power. I don't understand. He did Apollo 13. He's like, you know what I should follow up with? The most expensive Christmas movie ever made. You know? He did it. He's wild. He's mad with power. I don't know. He needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, many have said that before.
But no one's been able to stop him. Who's going to be powerful enough to stop him? I don't think anyone.
Ryan Johnson's the only one.
He's like Fidel Castro. We're just gonna have to wait it out. We're gonna have to wait him out. At some point he'll die,
Yeah.
and you know we can move on with our lives.
Yeah.
There were some other actors considered for the Grinch. I'd be interested to hear you weigh in on these guys. You ready?
Give it to me.
Eddie Murphy, Tom Hanks, Jack Nicholson, Tim Curry.
I can see Tim Curry and Jack Nicholson doing it.
Oh, see, I would say Eddie Murphy, Tim Curry could definitely pull it off. Tom Hanks, I think Jack Nicholson, I think his would be too. He would just be like a villain.
Okay, well,
You know?
here's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I think part of the reason why they were considered is the grin. The grin's such an iconic, the super big Grinch grin.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson can nail that, as we saw with the Joker.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
And he can act crazy as we saw with
He can act
the
crazy,
Joker.
but can he pull off the comedy? Because that's what saves this movie. I think. I think if Jim Carrey wasn't as funny as he is, then this movie would be kind of just like bland. You know, you'd be like, oh, this was.
I think if Jack
fine.
Nicholson played the Grinch, it would not be a kids movie in any sense of the word. It would have to be like a dark comedy,
Yeah.
like the way that the Joker in The Dark Knight Rises
Yeah.
is funny. Like when he makes the pencil disappear and everybody laughs in the theater.
Yeah.
That's not a kid funny thing though. That's a
right.
he just
right.
killed that guy with a pencil. Funny, you know.
You're right. Well, let's talk about our favorite piece of wardrobe, the Grinch's black lace robe.
Yeah.
His little night robe. Amazing. Like, stroke of genius. I don't know who the costume person was for this movie, but they deserve an Oscar for that choice alone. All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Too small for him. Doesn't make any sense. It's perfect.
Now, here's the
Absolutely
question
perfect.
I have for you, because this is what I would do if I was like a wardrobe person or whoever's in charge of that decision, right? Is I would have just put like a random assortment of stuff on like a rack behind that thing. You know, a little screen that he went behind, the changing screen, and just been like, just pick whatever you want off of it. And I would have picked like the most insane assortment of things, and just let him pick whatever, and then just do it like 3 or 4 times and pick the best one. Or do you think they're like, no, we've crunched the numbers, we've analyzed all of these outfits and determined this is the perfect choice?
I don't know, man. I could really see Jim Carrey just being like, this is happening for this scene. Like, I could see that not being in the script, and he's just kind of like throwing. I don't know. I don't know if the script for this movie is that strong. We talked about so many of the classic Grinch lines that make us giggle. It's just not just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a Robin Williams movie where you're like, you know, the Robin Williams just kills it when you throw him on a screen. So I don't know that this movie, like the writing, I don't know. I think Ron Howard mentioned like, oh no, I really wanted like a backstory for why the Grinch was the way he was, because in the book he's kind of just like, who's are noisy.
Yeah.
That's it. And then in this one he's like, no, I got like a deep seated feud with society, you know?
Yeah. I mean, really, this is a Joker movie.
Oh, it should have been Joaquin Phoenix. We reboot this movie. Joaquin Phoenix is rated R.
I was gonna
That's what we
say
do.
Jim Carrey should be Joker, but he's already the Riddler, so he can't be both.
Right. Yeah.
Or could he? Let's reboot Joker again. Joaquin's out. Jim Carrey's in.
Yeah.
Ron
What
Howard
was the
directs
scene?
it.
What happened with the cat? Something happened with the cat and it killed me. Like I died. It was too funny. Made me laugh so hard. I think it's when he's stealing all the Christmas stuff.
Oh, and the cat attacks him.
Because it happens twice, right? I think that's what I was like. There's like 2 houses later or something. Like
Yeah,
cat
it's the
jumps
same
back out of
cat.
the back. It killed me. Like I died. I was like, yeah, no, I
Which-
loved it. That was probably my favorite moment in the movie. Just 'cause
Watching
came
this
so
one
far out of
and
left
the
field.
new animated one back to back, right?
Yeah.
That one, like, there's a, like, you can tell that also got the guys that wrote that one, because they did the exact same bit where it's like a cat attacks him, and then like 2 or 3 houses later, the same cat like jumps out of the fridge onto him or something like that. And it's like, oh, that's funny.
That's so good.
It is funny
okay,
watching
I
them
did-
back to back, because you can see like how that one influenced the animated one.
I did write down my favorite zingers. If you'd like me to run through them.
Oh, give me those zingers.
What was the one where he like pushes Cindy Lou Who down the, you know, like she falls down the mail thing or whatever. He's like, well, that worked out well. And he just leaves. I don't know why. It got me. Okay, it was perfect. It was like a total disaster. He's like, well, that worked out well. Am I just eating because I'm bored? Classic line.
Classic.
Love it. Just hating because I'm bored. The whole, yeah, you already mentioned the whole running through his schedule, his schedule. The whole thing is pure gold. Wall and self-loathing, screaming to the abyss, dealing with myself. Can't cancel that again. So good. Oh, the humanity, loved it. I loved the Who puns were so stupid, but I love them. The Hoovenadel, like killed me. All right. He's like he slunk from house to house, and then Jim Carrey just goes slunk. Loved it. I don't know why. Gets me. All right. I am a child of the '90s. I grew up watching the Jim Carrey movies. He's great.
I would like to cite this movie as the reason I always say slunk and slink around and slunk around.
Yeah.
Is this movie?
Yeah. So there's some great bits. There's some great jokes. Jim Carrey does a great job. I will say, so that's the thing about this movie, I think, that holds it together. The casting of Cindy Lou Who, perfect. They could not have cast a more perfect Cindy Lou, just like an adorable little girl with a pure heart. And then you cast Jim Carrey as the Grinch, and it's perfect. So like the core of the movie is perfect, and that's, I think, what keeps it going for me. The story is all over. I don't know. Sometimes they go too hard on the story, right? I mean, it's not a long story, so you have to flesh it out one way or another. But it is weird. It's weird. Yeah. There's Who's that have a key bowl party. Did you see that? Did you catch that a little bit? There's like some adult jokes in the movie. They go into like a Christmas party, and they have like a fish bowl for keys.
Yeah.
That's just in there, I don't know. Because here's the thing. Here's what's weird about this movie. Number one, because of the prosthetics and the makeup they used, it's hard to do facial expressions. So that's a bit of a hurdle, right, for the people with the big Who noses.
Yeah.
Number two, this would bug me most of all. The Grinch is like, 45, 50 years old? Been around for a while, okay? So he had a childhood crush on the mayor's girlfriend, right? And the mayor grows up to be the mayor. All right. And he has gray hair. So he's obviously like also in his 40s, 50s. But he's got a girlfriend. And it's the same girlfriend he's had since he was a little kid. Why aren't they married? I'm so confused. And then he does a big proposal. But also they're past middle age. Like they're,
Yeah.
What? How does that, I don't understand it.
They're celebrities, Cody. That's what you don't get. They're famous people, so they have been life partners for a period of time. All right, and now they're like, all right, we're done with this whole life partner thing. Let's actually get married.
All right, I see it. I just So I don't know.
Now,
why'd they make the Grinch eat so much? That doesn't make no sense.
Why'd they make the what?
When he shows up to sit in the Christmas chair or whatever.
Yeah.
Chair of cheer. Make him eat all that food.
Well, he just had to try all. He's judging the contest, my guy. He got to try everything. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing: I thought about that this time. So I was like, would they do that to him, to the mayor guy? And I was like, I think whoever gets the chair of cheer, they get that same thing. And he's just like, I'm into it. I want it. That's my fetish. All right. Mm-hmm. The Grinch is like, I don't want this. And they're like, we're going to kill you. And that was their plan the whole time. Because he was into it by the end, and then he went through the stages. He was rejecting it. He was like trying. He was fighting it, and then he was like, all right, fine, bring it on. Is that all you got? Yeah. Which I love that he did the same lines that they do in a spy movie when a guy's getting tortured. He's like, bring it on, and then it's cuts to later on, and they're beaten down, and they're like, just accepting it, not saying anything. Which it goes to that CIA training that he had,
Exactly. Yeah. No, he went full method,
Yeah.
So,
wait, speaking of full method, when I first read one of the facts, it was Jim Carrey was in the costume for 98 days. And I was like, he wore that costume for 90. But they really worded it like he never took it off, not like he had to go back
Yeah,
and get it every single day. And I was like,
yeah.
what the F? No, dude, don't do that. But no, he put it.
Ron Howard. I read that Ron Howard, out of solidarity, he put on the Grinch makeup for a day and was like, "I'll direct, as the Grinch today, whatever." And then Jim Carrey was like mad about it. He's like, "You hired a terrible stunt double for me. Like this is the worst looking stunt double I've ever seen." So that was funny. But yeah, Ron Howard felt so bad he was in that makeup so many days. But 98 days, that's wild. I mean, that's a full. They probably have one or two off days here and there. So it's probably like 4 months, or like almost every day. It's like, no, you're at work today, and sit down for 2 hours while we completely cover you. It's Yak's hair, that's on that. It's like yak hair that's been dyed green.
And it really doesn't feel like a movie that would have required 98 days of shooting.
That's what I'm saying. I think they should have been able to do it in a month. I mean, there's quite a lot of not action, stunt scenes, right? Where it's like, oh, him going up chimneys and doing this and driving around on the tiny car, which was a real working car, by the way. A little teeny tiny car he drives around. I think it's on the, forget which scene it is, but he's got the little, his knees are way up and he's doing the thing.
Yeah.
It's like a real working car.
Awesome.
That's fun.
Oh yeah. By the way, the sousaphone, which is the tuba for a marching band, is what that guy was in. That was absolutely a CG dude, just a little CG man.
Must have cost a bunch of money.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just my favorite part about you asking, was that a real person? I was like, there's nobody that small, Cody. That was very small.
But I was saying, did they do some movie magic? Was it like a Peter Jackson Hobbit thing where it's like, no, we're new perspective thing with the giant sousaphone we built, like a sousaphone set, and here's a guy who pops out of it.
Here's what I think. I think that alone took
Did they
them.
go to a lab and invent tiny people for this movie? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Did they go? They made one working tiny person, someone who's 8 inches tall, and they put him in the sousaphone, and then he died 12 hours later. Like, that's what I need to know.
Yeah.
And you're saying it's just computer stuff?
No. I'm saying they used a computer to create the tiny person. Like you said, in a lab.
Oh, okay.
But every day Jim Carrey had to show up in the Grinch outfit. That's why it took so long to film. It wasn't filming. He just had to be there in the lab, in the costume. Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, yeah.
To inspire the boys in the lab,
Yeah.
Show them what they're working for. Ron Howard stood there and he said, look, this is what we're doing. This is what we're creating, folks.
I don't understand Ron Howard. Okay. Here's the other strength of this movie, I'd say.
All right.
I love the moral of the story. It's like, oh, true Christmas, togetherness, and it's sweet where it's like, oh, the Grinch has family now and friends and stuff. I think that's sweet. It's nice. It's a nice little end to the movie. They're in the Grinch's place and they're carving the roast beast. It's great. So the Jim Carrey's great. The Cindy Lou Who is great. The message is great. The Who culture is that's weird. All right, the mayor's a weird dude. I don't like the Dutch angle. Look, did the Dutch angle not bother you?
No.
It's like if I was like, Tyler, let me take in a quick tour of my home, and then I picked you up, and then I turned you at a 20-degree angle. I was like, all right, here we go, and I just carried you to the house.
All right, what a beautiful, lovely Dutch home.
It drove me crazy. It was like every other shot was like, whoa, here we go. We're doing it. We're in a snowflake. I couldn't.
I know. Here's the problem. That's because you don't have an OLED TV, Cody.
I think it's because I'm an auteur. As a child, even I understood. Oh, this Dutch angle, it's making me uneasy, And that's why it was so scary for me to see the Grinch.
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. I've always been a film auteur at heart. That's why movies like Mortal Kombat and Small Soldiers spoke to me at such a young age.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You love the Small Soldiers, Cody. The best movie ever made, some have said.
Oh yeah, look when you get Phil Hartman into a movie with stop motion animated living action figures, it's that's lightning in a bottle right there. It doesn't happen twice.
Yeah. Just like if you get Ron Howard and Jim Carrey directing a movie about a Dr. Seuss book. Okay, here's the thing. I gotta tell you why we watched The Grinch instead of. So we watched Tiffany and I. We watched The Grinch right after this one, the animated one.
Mm-hmm.
Her initial request for our next movie was The Cat in the Hat. She's like, Dr. Seuss, let's keep
Oh.
it going.
Oh no.
And I was like, what if we watch The Grinch instead? So that's where we're at right now.
Wow. I am not ready to revisit the movie that killed Mike Myers' career.
Now that movie didn't kill it. It was The Love Guru. It's very clearly The Love Guru that killed his career.
I think The Cat in the Hat was the marker where he's like, this is it. It's going down. The ship is going down.
Yeah, but
you're right.
Yeah.
The Love Guru was like the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, being on a huge ship and then there's like, oh, we've got a slow leak. We need to turn on like a sump pump to, make sure this isn't a problem. And then slamming at full speed into an iceberg. All right. Sure, one might have been a slow leak, but it was manageable. And then the other one was, you know what? Let's just detonate some bombs along the hull. All right, let's fill this with TNT and let's blow it up. All right, let's see if it can still float after that. You know what I mean?
Like 10 years ago, I heard a rumor that like, oh yeah, no, Mike Myers is gonna make a comeback, not a comeback, but it's like, oh, he's working on a movie. He's gonna be Keith Moon, a Keith Moon biopic, the drummer for the Who. He's the guy that made trashing hotel rooms cool.
Cool.
That guy, the guy who exploded his drum set on live TV because the Who were the band that made it cool to break all your instruments at the end of a show. Anyway, that guy, total madman, died of alcohol poisoning at age like 30.
That's the way to go.
I was like, oh, that'll be interesting. Anyway, that was 10 years ago. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that project is coming down the pipe.
Look, you say that, but, next year, that's going to be Best Picture right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
man.
I
don't know. Here's the thing. I like the movie because Jim Carrey's in it. But I almost threw up from all the Dutch angles. So I don't know. I don't know how well I can review it. What else do we need to discuss about this Grinching? You want to tell me some numbers? Do you have any stats on this boy? Because I do know it was very expensive, but actually, like, holiday movies rarely perform well. This one actually did make some money.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to hazard a guess at its budget?
Can we say 125 million for the budget and like 300 million for the box office?
Cody.
What?
It's 123 million for the budget. How dare you? And 345 million for the box office.
All right. Yeah, I mean, holiday movies, people aren't shelling out that money, and they're not collecting that much money. So that is impressive.
Yeah, I mean, this was a very well received. Oh no! All right, I accidentally rated it on IMDb, so. Yeah, but now it's asking me to do it again. Would you be surprised to find out that it won an Oscar?
Whoa, no, it didn't. You're a liar. What did it win an Oscar for?
What do you think, Cody?
Makeup?
Costumes? It was nominated for Best Costume and Best Art Direction, but it won for Best Makeup.
All right. Let me ask this. Did you know that let me tell you this other fun fact. Did you know the dog that plays Max is a girl dog? Bombshell, I know. All right, I'm going to look at Ron Howard's filmography as a director, and let's just see if I can place him. I forgot he did Hillbilly Elegy. Okay. He started directing Skyward, The Time Crystal, Night Shift, Splash. Oh, he did Splash? I didn't know that. Splash, the movie. The writers from Splash are the ones that sued Guillermo del Toro for stealing the plot for Shape of Water.
Nice.
They lost. Cocoon, Gung Ho, Willow. Oh, I didn't know he did Willow. Parenthood, Backdraft,
Willow's
Far
coming
and
back,
Away.
Cody.
He has a lot of like low-rated movies. Apollo 13, Ransom, NTV, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, A Beautiful Mind. Oh yeah, The Missing, Cinderella Man, Da Vinci Code, Frost Nixon. Oh, I did like Frost Nixon. Maybe one of his best ones. Angels and Demons, The Dilemma, Rush. Rush is really good. Made in America, Breakthrough, In the Heart of the Sea, 8 Days a Week, The Touring Years, Beatles documentary. I've heard the Guillermo del Toro, no, Peter Jackson Beatles documentary is really good on Disney Plus. It's like, it's a long one though, a bunch of episodes. Inferno, Genius, Solo, Pavarotti. He did a Pavarotti movie, Building Paradise, and Hillbilly Elegy. This man is all over the map.
Yeah.
He has a lot of movies that are not reviewed well, but he is churning them out.
Yeah.
I don't understand his vibe. Like Tarantino's got a vibe. You're like, when I'm going to a Tarantino movie, I'm going to see some feet, I'm going to see some blood, I'm going to hear some F words. All right? It's going to be delightful.
Feet. Yes.
And Ron Howard, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I don't even know what's going to happen, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he is just kind of like, he directs movies, you know? He doesn't have like, it doesn't seem like he has a style to him. He just kind of directs a movie whenever he gets the chance to direct a movie.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking
He's been married to Cheryl Howard since 1975.
Good.
That's nice.
Good
It's
for
nice
him.
to see a Hollywood marriage work out, you know?
Yeah. Now, like Jim Carrey, who lost his wife,
Yeah.
his partner to Donnie Wahlberg.
Wait, hold on. Are you spreading lies again? Are you making
Nope.
up more stuff? You've dropped way too many truth bombs on me today. I can't handle it. I haven't recovered from missing Origami Angel at the Rhino. Jim Carrey's real name is James. And now you're telling me that his wife, his former partner, lover, is now with Donald Wahlberg,
Oh, yeah. Because he was like,
the second strongest of all the Wahlbergs.
yeah.
Here's what I know
Fun
about the
fact,
Wahlbergs.
he's in Band of
There's
Brothers.
Mark, and there's other ones.
Yeah.
How many are there?
Many.
And you haven't been to Wahlburgers yet?
Nope.
Pound for pound, I've heard it's bad, but I need you to go there for me because I can't, because there are none here.
Now, the Hy-Vees back in Kansas City do have Wahlburgers.
Oh, like frozen section Wahlburgers?
No, the Market Grill, like restaurant in the Hy-Vee.
Oh, the restaurant in Hy-Vee
is
has
Wahlburger stuff.
Wahlburgers.
Yeah, it's like that's their burger menu, and they were.
I
I've
think
had
it's
one.
a decent restaurant.
I've had one. It was
How was
alright.
it?
I
How
expected
can
it to
you
be better.
can't franchise a burger and then just be like outsourced to another restaurant? Be like, this is my burger. I don't know, you make it. That doesn't work.
But it's the whole burger menu is Wahlburger, so they do other stuff. But it's the burgers are Wahlburgers.
Ron Howard's wife is an actress. She's in the Da Vinci Code movies and Apollo 13 and Splash and Will. Oh, she's in like most of his well-known movies. Hillbilly Elegy. Remember Hillbilly Elegy? The thumbnail from Netflix we all know and love.
Yes. What?
There's a movie called Hillbilly Elegy, and it's about people in the South. And people were like, this is bad, right? But then some people were like, not that bad, though.
Oh.
Critics hated it.
Oh.
But I think some people liked watching it that were like Southern. I don't know. So it's Amy Adams and Glenn Close, okay? And their characters are Bev and Mama. So that's all you need to know.
I feel
All right.
educated now.
I don't feel like I know more. I guess I know more facts about Ron Howard. I don't understand him. But I'm glad we took this journey.
I don't think
Can
he's a
you
real
rate
person.
Is he just like a... Hold on, I can crack this. Is he like a Jim Henson workshop puppet that someone has been... Is he a Muppet? That's my question, I guess. Is that how he operates?
Yes.
Okay. So how would you rate this movie? Just tying it all together.
I would give this movie a C+.
I would give her a C, I would say. It's not. Look, it's got enough to watch. It's got enough going for it. But the things not going for it do like make it a conflicting experience to watch.
Yeah.
I don't need to know that the Who's have swinger parties. I didn't need that in my life. You know?
I think
I didn't need Jeffrey Tambor as the mayor who is 60 years old but also has a girlfriend. You know, like I didn't need that.
maybe he had a wife, Cody, and she died of cancer.
Look, here's what
Also,
I know.
putting keys in the bowl
When you
can also just
fall,
be. That also happens just at like adult parties where people are gonna get wasted. So don't
wasted.
all the listeners out there don't. If you go to a party and everyone's like, "Put your keys in the bowl," you probably
It's a
don't want to
swinger
be there.
party,
But
dude.
also, don't just assume that you're gonna start swinging. All right.
No, that's how it works. Okay, here's my other thing. When you fall in love at 10 years old with a green man, and when you fall in love with a woman who's in love with the green man, that is a love triangle that lasts a lifetime, all right? He would never betray her for anyone else. So I know for a fact that the Who mayor did never leave that lady. You know what I'm saying?
What if he was actually gay with his assistant guy? Then would it be
Oh,
better?
Ron Howard's brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that checks out.
Then would it be
I
better
buy
though?
that. So he's got a beard. Yeah, no, that works. That makes more sense.
Yeah. And then
We're all just look. We're all just beards for Jeffrey Tambor, and that's what we need to accept. All right.
oh, okay. But
Thank you for listening. No, go ahead.
if we're beards for him, isn't that the opposite of what a beard is?
I am Jeffrey Tambor's beard.
But okay, yeah, no, that checks out.
Thank you for listening. You can rate, review, share us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts. We're on social media if you want to yell at us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at Opinion Havers. Look at our dank memes. They're dank. They're memes. Posting left and right. And until next time, watch movies.
And I have opinions.
I have to go lay down and cry a little bit. I missed Origami Angel playing 3 miles from my house. I've asked for their record at every record store I've been to for the last year.
They probably came
Never got
because of you.
Yeah, probably.
It was their first stop
Tyler.
on their tour.
You broke me. You broke me today.